Heyo, thanks for coming back in, my friends. Hope you guys enjoy the show today. Welcome back to MBPFishing. Welcome back in. Hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. It's Friday. As you guys can see, we're back down here on the Mississippi River, down by the Arts in St. Louis. Yep. What are you gonna do? Only camera angle, so this is it. I'll try to adjust her a little bit more as we go along here. Tell you what, let me get the rods out here. See if I can catch some fish. And we're up just a little bit higher from our last trip down here. This water is getting steadily higher. Get some bait on these rods. These guys out here. Temperature's about 79, 80 degrees. It's rather comfortable, especially back underneath these shade trees. That sounds like a blue or channel. I'm sure you guys heard that in the background because I ain't got the wind block on. No real reason to put the wind block on back here. There's no wind to block back here. Wasn't out too far. Almost within my casting range. Maybe I can co-work that one and coming in a little shallow. I don't know. Seems like about a 7 or 8 pound or channel cat. Channel cat do get to be about 10 or 12 pounds down here. You guys enjoy the show. Let me get some bait on these rods and we'll see if there are any fish sitting and we'll get to that chat. Got a Carolina rig about a little over a foot. This is so tricky to cast underneath these trees, folks. It's just borderline impossible. I mean, I can do it underhanded, but as far as overhanded is concerned, that's not really going to work. I got it out there. That's about where that fish hit. Pretty much. We've got a 1 ounce, 2 ounces of weight on this big rod, so hopefully that's enough to hold out there in that current. I thought this rock was set up for spring. But I'm always trying to figure things out once I make it down here. I think I might have knocked the rock down or something. This was holding geared a little bit differently. Let me see if I can find a spot to put this. Yeah, I definitely had that rod up higher than that. Might be it right there. Alright, I think that's where I had her ready to set up. That's our big rod, and we're going to put our smaller rod, medium heavy in here shallower. No reason why these big ones can't have moved in shallow too. Especially if the water is high as it is. I don't know what that was. Either grass carp, look at our flat or channel cat smacking the surface like that. Now I find a big knife. Of course. Now I find a big knife. Pop, pop, pop. Sure you guys saw that. Oh, great. Man, these rocks. I'm gonna believe I'm snagged like that right by the bank. What the heck is that? Whatever that was, I don't want to get near it again. Jeez, just the whole dang spot. All I did was drop that line right by the bank because I had a flat on the other rod and I was looking at it and it got stuck in a rock or something. This is our first cast, folks. We're just getting out here. That smaller rod doesn't have to be about very far. Just far enough to miss that rock face. Alright, that's down as well. I think we're good for now. That's a pretty good pop on that, whatever it was. Okay. Probably would have won a big night crawl on that one. That's probably my mistake. Get our tablet. And unfortunately, this log isn't quite big enough to sit on. Close though. We'll see. Let's go on to YouTube. Make sure everything's good. Hope you guys enjoy the show today, my friends. Happy Friday, happy Friday. There's a bite on that one. Next bite of bang. Can I hook him? I get a tree over my head. I think I had that fish hooked too. Pop, 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 come on. Man. Alright, we're getting bites, folks. That's definitely a good sign. Drop back out real quick and I'll come check that chat. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. All of a sudden I got a little slimy in my throat. One big night crawl, my little stick on the bottom. You know how warm about this, folks. You don't put enough bait in there, soil in there, they die on you. Put enough soil in so that they don't die, guess what? You never find them when you want them. And on these rods, folks, we're getting bites. And I'm sorry about the tree, this is the only camera angle I can get. Up just a little bit higher from our last one. I said we would. Frustrating when you dig a 90 worms to find nothing. Bite through too. I can see lots of it. Unfortunately, I got smaller night crawlers on. Evidently, my night crawler don't want to show himself. That's the only spot I can cast for years. Right just the right angle. If I can remember to look the veil. Duh. What fishing these spots can be tough. Just dealing with this stuff. I see where I have my actually might work better than it was. Something back up there. Alright. I think we're finally set, folks. Let me go ahead and check that chat. It always amazes me, folks, that I can be on my own backup channel and I have to search for my own channel. YouTube is not pushing. Oh, here we go, folks. Danny, how you doing today, Danny? Danny says, Mike, brother. Miss Gigi. How you doing today, my friend? Miss Gigi says hi. Miss Gigi says, hi, Mike and everyone. And happy weekend. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a weekend for you guys already. Well, it's close. Let's see. Dan says, yep, back on the river. Come on. Jason, how you doing today, Jason? This is Danny, brother. Miss Gigi says Danny. This is Jason, brother. See, Dan says hello. I'll hope you are well. Bro, how you doing? Gotta love it, folks. Yes, sir, we gotta love it. See, Care Bear, how you doing today, Care Bear? Care Bear says hi. See, Dan says, let's see some big fish. I'm seeing some big ones out here right now. There's something nibbling on the big rod out there again. See, Honeycut, how you doing, my friend? Honeycut says hi. I need a chainsaw. See, and Tom. How you doing today, Tom? Tom says hi. Jason says hello, Honeycut. Jason says Tom. Tom says hi, Jason. And see, Latonia. How are you doing, Latonia? Sorry, folks. Latonia says, well, I messed up my spot here. Hello, MVP, and hello, chat. Jason says hello, Latonia. This is Alvina. How you doing, Alvina? Alvina with the prayers. Alvina says hi. And somebody really's in the house. How you doing today, somebody really? Somebody really says like and sub. Appreciate that, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. 11 people in and seeing 13 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, this is the only camera angle I could get, folks. Seriously. The big fish is snapping over there in the trees over the left. Jason says, hey, somebody. Yeah, at least our picture quality looks pretty good. Latonia says it's all good. Yeah, we're just getting started. I'm getting the phlegmy out of my throat. Alright, we're looking good, folks. Set that up over here. Set my spot in chat. I caught that one. I put the Nitro on the wrong rod. I hate this clip. Someone bent it. Now it sticks out. It's supposed to go like that, so stick it. Well, let me refresh this worm by cutting it up and putting it right back on there. One thing about these night crawlers are they put out more scent when they're. In fact, it's pretty much goes with all types of worms. Is if you cut them up, you usually get better bites on them. That's perfect there. Stay right there, buddy. Got a bite on our first cast out there. I'm gonna check. Just making sure I wasn't snagged. Might be casting out a little bit too deep with this one. I don't know. Wanted to see what was going on out there deep. I didn't expect to get a bite that quickly. I did throw off a little bit of a worm when I forgot to put the bail over. Focused in on not trying to hit the tree, and I forgot to put the bail over. Not quite as much driftwood floating around today as the other day. In fact, a heck of a lot less. This is back. Right, the problem probably start off with. We've got 2 ounces of weight on this one, and we've got 3/8 of an ounce on that other one. Because that other one's in pretty close. It doesn't need that much weight to hold in that spot. I'm just going to cast this in. Now that's still off the rock base here. I will. With the rain, folks, earbuds out and volume down. Only takes a minute for them to pass. Oh, for the engine to pass. Crossing the form, but we don't even have time. About 80 degrees, folks, so those guys can help out here. They'll watch what you're doing. It says, pretty good view to me. Yeah, it's a little awkward with the tree over the top. See, Mark, what's going on? Is the river holding steady? No, she went up about 2 feet, and she's back down another foot. So she's starting to go down now. But she's up about a foot from our last trip down here. East, what's going on? How you doing, Easton? us catch anything. Not yet, but we've had a few bites. We're just getting started though. Jason says, hey Mark. See, Tom says, across the river, that's where you get at the grain elevator. Well, that's one grain elevator over there. Now there's another one further down this way. So I think you can see both of them. See, Tom says, thanks, Jason. Jason says, welcome. See, 15 incredible people in, 17 thumbs up, awesome folks. Yeah, they got multiple granaries over here. Plus, there's a quarry on the other side over there to where you load up rock and gravel. See, Chaos Cove. How you doing today, Chaos Cove? Chaos Cove says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, my friend. Right, I hope you guys enjoy the show today. See, Jason says chaos. Guys, I know you're here. See, chaos says hi, Jason. Yeah, my throat won't clear today. What the heck was wrong with that? Cynthia says I'm all well. Mike. Hoping the rain lets off today. Yeah, we had that yesterday. I got an early feed in about 9 to about 11. And I had to quit my feed yesterday. Had some thunderstorms coming through. Hope you get, hope that rain lets up and you get out, my friend. You can't always just go out and get wet. I mean, I've done it before too. 14 people in it, seeing 19 thumbs up. And chaos with the heart emoji. Yeah, we're gonna try and get some big ones down here. There seems to be some big ones. I've seen 2 or 3 of them. Like one really smacked the surface, and I've seen probably looked like one grass carp right in here a little closer in. And I'm not sure what that was a little further out. Over here to the left. Solid 3-4 pound fish, whatever it was. That one just kind of come up to the surface and went right back down. Don't really cast out both rods out far because these fish are becoming very shallow. If this big weight doesn't pan out, I'll put this closer. This big rod in close too. A lot of times in this river, there'll be more fish in closer than in shallow. I mean, fish more in shallow than out deep. That's what I meant to say. Mixed up there. Sure, there are some around. We just gotta find them though. Those getting a little bit better. Seems like when I talk, I get stuff out of it. The biggest fish we've landed down here recently has been 3 or 4 feet from the bank. That big old freshwater drum we got the other day, he was in really shallow. Of course, the water was like going up still, and there was a mass amount of driftwood close by. Probably didn't want to get himself knocked unconscious. That's the problem with these big weights down here. They'll hold in spots where the other weights won't, but at the same time, you get bites and they let go. Like That last bite we went, peck a couple times. By the time I picked it up and set the hook, whatever it was, 2 ounces of weight was too big for me. Spit it out. And that's some weird live streams recently, folks, right? Live streams where I couldn't keep a signal for more than 30 seconds. 30 to 40 mile per hour winds out fishing one day. Next day I'm down on the big river with muddy water up in the trees, having to have the tripod set up over a massive piece of driftwood. Yep. Knock on wood. Literally knocking on wood. Oh boy, folks. 9 incredible people still in, and 20 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Our picture looks pretty good today. No camera. No pixelation issues today. And that's always good to have when you're out streaming. Just not have difficulty with the signal, at least. I had a bite out there. I know it was pop, and I went any closer. Spot and chat. Set. Good. What's happened is this fish is so sensitive, you don't even want to pick up that big weight. Check and see if it's on there. What? I've used a big rod in a while. Pour off most of that worm. Now, if I can find the night crawler, which probably I won't be able to now, because now I want it, and now I can't find it. Yep, now I can't find it. Went back down. Put on smaller night crawlers then. Find a little something in there. Now. No, I dug at least a dozen. So they're not showing up at the moment. Go back. Okay. We're gonna have crap on our line too. That's another problem with casting out deeper. There's so much of this stuff on your line that by the time you fish find your bait, you're already got an extra pound, half a pound full on it. perfect spot to put your rod down here is an arc, folks. Never done it before. It's kind of a mix of like trying to build and find yourself up. You've got to have a groove to where the rod can set in. So if something pulls back, it's not going to pull your rod in. You also have to be able to put that rod tip on the platform. Popping on it. Seriously, around a rock like that. Acting like someone's fishing over here. Ain't no one crazy enough to come back to these trees with me. There's some bounce in that tip. Nipping on it. I'm gonna set back there a little bit. Drag set. Okay. Some pulls on that drags it to go out. This rod's gonna push against this black bed in the ground. That rod would probably break before that, well, the line would break before it pulled out. Then the rod would probably break before that would. That fish that turns this way, the fish has got to pull in the direction. Or it's going to go slack. If it goes slack, has no chance of going in the water. So, worry about that. Another train, folks. Some active trains out here today. Let's jump over here, over the tree. We'll set on this edge here, folks. I can go closer. That's better, folks. How long have I been live? About 15 minutes. 15 or 20 minutes. Haven't been very long, Chaos. See, Release, what's going on? How you doing, Release? He says, yo, what's up, Mike? What's up, chat? See, Jason says, what's up, Release? Release says, what's up, Jason? Jason says, brother Grease. He says, brother Goat, what's up, buddy? It's in Dirty 30. How you doing, my friend? Dirty 30 says, MVP, fishing legend. Hey, talking to older new channels, but got you up, Dirty. See Cindy, what's going on? How you doing today, Cindy? Cindy says, hey, he says, Dirty. And we're back down on the river, Cindy. Have one nice, either a blue cat or a channel catfish pop the surface out here. See, Cindy says, one fly out Sunday. Oh, you'll fly out Sunday. The Chaos says, sounds like you're going on an adventure, Cindy. Yeah, I believe she's going over to, what is it, crap, no, don't tell me, I know this, It's over where Australia, yes. Where yeah, I got you. It was, I can't believe I couldn't remember that. I knew it started with an A. I kept thinking Antarctica. I don't know why that got stuck in my head. Like, Cindy's going to Antarctica. No. She's not going to Antarctica. And we got a stick on our line. We still have a little bit of driftwood, folks, so we're going to have to manage that stuff. Yeah, there's still a few pieces of driftwood and stuff we're going on. Not much. I can't believe I kept thinking Antarctica was stuck in my head. I could get it out. She's going over to visit Sandy. Yep, Sandy. Okay, this was down under. Jason says, nice, Cindy. Birdie says, I'll say prayers for you, Cindy. We need Catfish Queen. Herself be okay. Yep, safe flight, my friend. I hope you get to your destination. Destination safely. Cindy says, appreciate it, Dirty. Chaos says, don't go fighting any kangaroos. Tell you what, kangaroos are dumb enough to go after Cindy, man. They do not go after Cindy. I've seen that woman stick her hand in a 30-pound blue cat's mouth and not even cringe when it took a chunk out of her. Chaos says, I'm happy and excited for you, Cindy. How cool. Helicopter. Holy, there's a helicopter. There's a helicopter. Cindy says, wallabies only. I kind of hear that wallabies are. Oh no, those are bear. Chaos laughing his butt off. See 14 people in it, seeing 28 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to put a smaller weight on that big rod because I've had a couple bites, just picked it up, and they wanted nothing to do with that big weight. See, Tom says, I've always wanted to go there. One of my dreams is to go to Florida for a while and fish for some peacock bass. Hopefully that dream will be coming up soon. You know, you guys know how my heart will race when I do bass fishing, so always wanted to try for some peacocks. Let's see, Ferg, what's going on? How you doing today, Ferg? Says MBP in chat. Cindy says, you two definitely changed my life. Changed my life, my friend, as well. What's a bite on the far rod? Get back on it. He's just nibbling on it. And that tip was just going very, very lightly. There goes again. I think I got him. Oh, I got a stick over my head too. I missed the fish and got the tree. Actually, holy crap. Yep. Holy crap, folks. I did hook him. That's not my bait. How did you get that hook in your mouth, buddy? I really don't want to do this. These little guys can open your fingers up so bad. Come on, buddy. Open your mouth. I got the hook out. I got the hook out. He knows it too. And no skunk, but man, that little stinker. Wow. That's not the smallest blue cat I've ever caught, but that's getting there, folks. That is getting there. Hey, it's a baby. It's one of the great-grandchildren of the one Cindy catches. Yep. Why are you sending your great-grandchildren's fish down here to bug me, Cindy? Ah, boy. Hey, a fish is a fish, folks. Gotta love it, my friends. And I'm not kissing this fish because I'll wind up in the hospital with my lips swelled for a week. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Maybe that's what was pecking on it that wouldn't leave it alone out there. So if there's one of them, there's got to be some bigger ones. Because I remember me talking about this, folks. When you wind up catching a smaller blue cat like those little babies, that usually means that one of those really big ones is sitting in there with them. Because they'll hang around each other. You know, like the big tomcat at home. He's got the younger kittens around him. You might not like him around him, but he's sitting there. It's kind of like the same idea with them. It doesn't always mean it, but sometimes if you get like a small one, that can mean there's a bigger one in there. The problem is I'm having trouble setting the hook here with the breeze over the top of my head, because every time I set the hook, the line gets snagged and they freeze. Hopefully that doesn't happen if we get a big one on. When we get a big one on. So I've got a pretty good feeling we can get some nice fish here. Just gotta find them. I cannot find my night crawlers when I've got my big rod out. You know? When I've got my little rod over here and I'm digging for little red worms to put on it, yeah, then I find a big night crawler. Not as much worm as I'd like to have on it, but that was a kitten, folks. That was still a cat. That was still a feline, but not quite the size we wanted. By about 1,000. Really? That worm just. Oh, I gotta put another worm on there. Half my worm just unhooked itself and fell off. I don't think that was one about it. The cast it goes. There's nowhere to cast it. on too before we check that shot, okay? Come on in. Time to try something different. Real shallow drop. We're trying real close before we go out there. I'm always on the rule of thumb: you need to fish in shallow before you start working your way out deeper, unless you know they're out there. There's always something in shallow. Now, it doesn't have to be a big fish. Usually quite a numbers of them. At least. All right, let's get back into chat. Let's see, 14 incredible people in it, 33 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Well, we are backed up in chat, folks. Here we are. Dirty with the googly eyes. Let's see, Chaos says, nice catch, Mike, and laughing his butt off. Yeah, laugh your butt off until you get a skunk. See, Dirty says, dang, he's so young. You can see through him. Yeah, they are kind of cool and translucent at the age. Let's see, Cindy says, LOL. He says, it's not too smart, lost his way. Oh. That explains it, Cindy. Let's see, Jason with the LOL. Gary says, good luck, Mike. By the way, thanks for coming in, Gary. I appreciate it, my friend. Let's see, Cindy says, he's in the big river trying to get eaten by a big fish. Yeah, they got, like, microscopic needles on the sides of them. It's one of the reasons why they live pretty good. Now, gar can get to them, though. They're pretty vulnerable to those gar. Let's see, Dirty says, I should have got MVP the spinning rod instead of the bait caster. I think she works okay. Let's see, Tina, what's going on? How you doing, Tina? Tina says MVP. Mana says, catch him up, MVP. How you doing today, Mana? Let's see, Chaos says Gary and Tina. Tina says Chaos Goat. Dirty says Tina. Tina says Dirty. See, Gary says Chaos. See, Jason says Tina. Jason says Gary. And Mana sent that gifted membership. Thank you, Mana. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, Tina says, how is everyone this afternoon? By the way, let's get some WWs in the chat for Tina. I mean, for Mana. Let's see, Cindy with retracted message. Boy, Cindy, you're not blue? Huh. You're not being blue, Cindy. I mean, let me do that. I don't know why you're not blue. All right, you're a regular moderator. It's just I don't know why you're not blue. See Chaos with the W. I don't know. That's weird. You just showed up in green. That's weird. See Chaos with the WWs. Chaos says, and Miss Cindy, get it. Cindy says, yep. Now you're back in blue. Thank you, guys. Let's see, Eric sent the good luck coin with the jewels. Thank you, Eric, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cindy says, I'm gonna miss so many of your lives at 3 a.m. over there. Yeah, I'll try to start doing a little later feed, Cindy. And you'll be back soon enough. And see, Jason says, Eric, nice. And see, Dirty says, how perfect was the gifted membership? Miss Cindy gets it. Let's go. Oh, that's the reason why she turned green there for a minute. Okay, I got it. Let's see, Cindy says 3 a.m. That was pretty good luck there. Let's see, Dirty says, how long you staying, Miss Cindy? Cindy says, maybe about 3 weeks. No return ticket yet.
See, Hunting, how you doing, my friend? Hunting State says, remember, if it smells like a fish and it smells like cologne, leave it alone. He says, my dream place is to go to Alaska and Australia. I want to get up there and fish with the road trapper Scotty. Catch me some giant lingcod in there in Alaska. Let's see, Jason with the WWs. He says, I am blue. Yeah, but you know, when you got the membership, you turn green. And I thought that was a retracted message, but instead it was an alert to tell me that you just got a membership. See, Brandon, how you doing, Brandon? Brandon says hi. Tom says, I want to dive the Great Barrier Reef. Go to the Opal Fields. Interesting. Cindy says, I'm blue. Let's see, Minaj says, she's gifted and became green. Let's see, Minaj says, oh. Let's see, I appreciate you, Minaj. Let's see, Cindy says, I will. Let's see, Jason says, gotta get back to work, my brother. Good luck, careful out there. All right, my friend, I hope you have a good rest of your day. And don't work too hard, buddy. 6 people in and seeing 36 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys enjoy the show today. Yeah, there's a shoreline underneath this tree, folks. There is. It's just I can't show it because I don't have a chainsaw. Let's see. Dan says, good luck, bro. Gotta go shopping now. Hopefully catch the end of the show when I return. All right, my friend. Drive safe. Oh, there's a bite of the close rod. That was very close. You never know what these little stinkers are by the bank. Pecking on it pretty good. Should have been over here for that one. There's another big fish just hit right on the other side of that tree. That was in really close to the bank, too. Let me get my tablet. Sit down here by these rods. Oh. Hi, Dan. Have fun. City says, I hear they have tourist thing there. They definitely do. City says, I think I'll miss you. I think I missed you. Hi, Tina. Oh, got it. Very easy to miss people in chat. I do it all the time. Unintentionally, of course. That's pretty good biting close. So I think they might be in shallower than I think. I was in like right at that tip of that. Right there. There's almost still water in that one spot. I don't know about you guys, but I have the sneaky suspicion that I need to put a smaller weight on this one. Big rod. I think I better do it. Alright. I think these guys are close to that. Alright. probably put on a 3/4 of an ounce. That'll be small enough to allow those smaller fish to hit, but definitely big enough to hold. At least in closer. I probably won't be able to hold out there where she is now, but that's okay. I also gotta watch my footing first. I'm still in Snake City right now. Fish on. Fish on there, folks. Maybe I won't pour it yet. I know what we got. We got a sturgeon, folks. Alright, maybe I won't pull her in quite yet. That's a nice pound sturgeon. Yeah, these could be the suckers hitting out there that I'm having trouble hooking. These suckers, no matter how big they get down here, they definitely won't pick the rod. Ow, 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 dude, seriously, ow, 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 ow. Man, these suckers have got sharp sides on them. That's our second fish of the day, better than our first. And that's a sturgeon, folks. That's a shovel nose, yep. That's a shovel nose, my friend. Gotta love it. Yeah, that's a really light colored one too, folks. Get him in close here for you guys. Oh. Ow, ow. Jeez, dude. I heard something over here. I don't know what that was. That's okay. There's sand underneath us, folks. So, yeah, I think this guy's opened me up enough. Beautiful guy, my friends. See you, buddy. Thank you. Yep. Cut. Yeah, that one was fun. Owie. That hurt. Don't laugh. But you can laugh a little bit. Now I'll put these off to the side. I'm not going to put them up yet because I'm going to. Kind of sounded like a big snake hissing to the right of me. That's why I all of a sudden stopped. I heard this sound. Not sound good. I'll take it, folks. I will take it. So far, we've got a nice sturgeon and a little baby blue cat. Everyone's looking at the live stream feed going on. What the heck is that thing? I've never seen nothing like that before. It's called a sturgeon. Wasn't too far out. I don't think. That's why I stopped all of a sudden and looked. I'm hearing something hissing down the right of me. Yeah, I think this cat's pretty good with an open face reel. That fish hit it and he didn't even move the rod.
we're cooking with gas, folks. That's a problem with bigger weights. There's a fish on a lot of these spots. Bait I'm using especially, like I might not even be able to see that bite with that 2-ounce weight on there. That was actually a decent fish. That was over a pound. That fish did not even move that line. Let's see, Dirty says 2 likes from Dirty. Yay! Thank you, Dirty. I appreciate that, my friend. Dirty says, awesome love sturgeon. Let's see, Dirty says, Mike has some more species of the river than any river I've ever seen, besides the Amazon River. And I've missed a few down here. You haven't seen walleye, sauger, Tom says, hey Cindy, I do custom gold jewelry. If you get a nice sapphire, I'll set it for you. Let's see, Tom says, that's cool, Mike. Simona says, there's something splashing around. Yeah, there's a big snake over here. Tom says, I've caught quite a few sturgeon. My largest is 135 pounds. That beats mine. So my biggest sturgeon was 124. So you've got mine beat. Got him, folks. It's on. It's on. Yeah, that's fighting pretty good, whatever it is. Michael, I don't know how good a hook I got with that one. That's on a big rod. Yeah, that's another sturgeon. That's a bigger one there. That's going about 2.5, 3 pounds there. Yeah, that's 4, 3.5, 4. That might be one of those endangered ones. Might be a pallet sturgeon, folks. I gotta check. Well, that's a bigger one there, folks. That's 3.5, 4 pounds there. Look this out, folks. Look this out. Poor guy. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Man, that hurt. Ah. Woohoo, dude. Woohoo. They always seem to know when I'm turning them around. Woohoo. Man, that hurt, folks. There we go. We got him. Yeah, it goes about 3.5, 4 pounds on that one. Yeah, we usually don't get them this big down here, but that might be a pallet. So this might be an endangered species. We're gonna have to be very careful with this guy. Cool fish, folks. I love it, my friends. Yeah, I think this is a pallet sturgeon. Even if you wanted to keep them, you couldn't keep this one. Because that nose is pretty flat. And it doesn't, I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But this is a shovel nose. This gets to be about as big as they get it. I love it, my friends. Let's get a good close-up for you guys on this one. I'm going to have to get over the tree to do this. Look at that mouth underneath there. That's what his mouth is. Dude, come on, man. Sheesh. Yeah, they are hard to hold, folks. I've gotten stabbed a couple times with this one already. And I'm holding him pretty good. He's mean. All right, he's gone. See, buddy? They got armor plating, folks, so no worries about hurting them guys. Sheesh. Well, my dad always said it's not a good day fishing unless you bleed. Well, I think I accomplished that task. Owie! Man, that little sucker stung. Now, they ain't got nothing like venom or anything in them, but man, ouch. So that one's big enough to pull the rod. The other ones weren't. So two sturgeon and a blue cat so far. Blue got stuck in a rock and I tried to lift it up and it got hooked me pretty good. Yeah, you guys don't know this, but the water, when it just to your right, it comes in here shallow, so that when I drop that fish, it landed right in the water. There's no way for me to. The second time I got right back in. I think it's a bite on that. Might be what I'm missing, folks. Man, if I get a real big one, I am so. There are a very few lake sturgeon down here. There are a few. That's what I've been looking for. Hey. Looking for that nitro for the last 20 friggin' minutes. Back out here. Yeah, it was. They don't make deep cuts, folks. They just nick you. It's like getting stuck with a briar bush. It stings like the dickens for a couple minutes. But then again, I'm showing them off to YouTube. I've gotta risk it. That's my job, folks. That's why they pay me the big nickels. Wow, I guess I did. Let's bite on this one too, so check it out. Once I got a bite on this one, right in by the dang bank. Press the bait on this one as well. That might fall on. It took me 20 minutes to find my dang night crawler in my bucket. Sheesh. Don't worry about those guys. They're tough. They're a lot tougher than me. I consider myself a river rat. You guys can see those rods pretty good. Push that rod tip back just a little bit. That rock got a pretty good notch on it, so I think this should be good for getting pulled in. I think these guys are actually hearing me. Whenever I walk back here, something tries to double, and I'm getting bites like that. Just keep up with that. That's gonna work. Let's see, where did I miss in chat? Here we are. Let's see, Tom says, I do too around Rodeo and Tucson Bay. Dirty says, that's awesome. So you're in NorCal too. See, Tom says, I live off the Spermato River.
says, cool, Dirty, then we're neighbors. See, Latonia says, wow, awesome sturgeon. Yeah, literally, folks, those things have like armor plating, piercing. If I don't figure out, man. Just doubling it. Buddy, do that again. Do that again. It's on my head. Get off, whatever you are. See, Chris, on my hat. It is gone now. That was a pretty good bite, folks. He was pulling on it. Let me see what he did. He might be sitting there with it. No? He up and dropped it. See what he did to the dough. It's like he chewed a reasonably good amount of that worm off with just that one bite. Man, these suckers are good out here, folks. They can clean that bait off so easily. Where I've been digging in the bucket for 20 minutes to find that big night crawler, and then it just goes up on me. I don't get how that happens. Work. Oh, there's some log that's log, whatever worm you want, you're not going to find in the bucket. You're not looking for it. Bouncing a rod. Near it. Back to that chat. A little tricky fishing this spot, folks, but I think we're doing a reasonably good job. Tom says, got you, Mike. Dirty says, the Sacramento River. My favorite of all those Sunday was fishing with the monster 40 to 50 pound striper. Oh, nuts, man. Go to bed thinking about it. Well, oh, yeah, they are strong. See, Tom says, Latonia says, strong fish. Dirty says, I'm in Burrito County. He says, very nice fish, Mike. Thanks, my friend. Let's see, Dodo, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Dodo says, happy Monday, bro. Born day. Dodo says, dirty. Dodo says, Latonia. Latonia says, Dodo. Dodo says, sub to you, dirty. Dodo says, Tom, appreciate it, bro. And Jackson, what's going on? How you doing today, Jackson? Jackson says, hey, MVP. Jackson says, hey, Doda. Let's see, Nan. How you doing, Nan? Nan with the thumbs up. Let's see, Doda says, Jackson. Let's see, Doda says, Tom, you ever fished the San Pablo? San Pablo. I know how to say it, but my lips won't do that. Let's see, Dirty says, Jason. Doda says, I'm in Bay, bro. Let's see, Jackson says, hey, Dirty. Let's see, Dirty says, do the dang thing. See, Tom says, I don't get out much anymore. Got back problems, but fished did a lot. Used to have a party boat. We were out, but he retired. Oh, I got you. See, Tom says, hey, Dota, we're neighbors too. Dirty says, it's always meeting people from northern. Right, that far out again. Back on it again. Cottonseed. Yeah, dragonfly just landed on top of my rod tip. Still hitting it too. Hard to set the hook with these trees over my head. Every time I try, I hit a tree. Most of my worm off. I've cut them as high as I can get. I need a chainsaw a little longer than what I can reach with. Back out here again. If I can get any more distance off of it. I was going to put this shallower, but apparently there's some fish out here deeper. It's just not going out. It's not happening. Good enough. Good enough. Still about 15, 20 feet out. I did have a bite in here shallower, but kind of hit it all the way. Going even shallower. Straight down the bottom. And we're still too far high up to be able to fish our granary spot down here, folks. Seriously. I've had that rod sitting there for 30 minutes and finally sits down. The rocks collapse. I don't like bouncing that rod around like that when I'm out there already. I have to get this in here. This is stuck. If I don't, I'm going to get snagged. Reset my rock base. Bite, come on. Got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. We got this time. Whatever it is. Drum. First one of these guys today. Well, that's a big drum, folks. Solid 4 or 5 pounds on this one. Big guy. Although it's fighting different. Give me a break. I'm gonna show you off to YouTube and then go back in the water. There we go. That'll go about 3 pounds. Gorgeous fish, my friends. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to show you guys this. I'm not sure how the camera is this way. Beautiful fish, folks. They right here, folks. They fall right back in the water. The water's right here. I mean, look, you folks are worrying about this, the fish falling on rocks. Listen. Yep. Get this big rod back out. I'm gonna check that out, okay? You guys are enjoying the show today. Thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate it, my friends. I hope you're having an awesome Friday. So far, we've caught 2 nice sturgeon, small blue cat, and a nice freshwater drum. I had a distinctive feeling that fish was saving his energy because he hadn't bothered me until I did that. And he suddenly noticed when I turned him around, he was over the water. He wanted back in. I'm like, oh, let me go. All right. All right, buddy. Wish I'd have shown you off on YouTube just a little bit more, but guys are mean. They are. Get that back out there. We're gonna push. Ow, bro, it's not hitting. One rod back out. Get our smaller rod back out as well. Rock face fell over while we were down here. This is going right. Okay. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Only thing you can do wrong is don't get a bite and get snagged. That's the worst thing you can do. Alright, let's get back to the chat, folks. Tough working these spots, folks. This is let's see, 4 incredible people still in it. See, and 47 thumbs up. Let's see, Fat Cat, what's going on? How you doing, Fat Cat? Dirty says, Mike, I love the way you read chat. Hey, as many times as I've dropped, like, hi guys, let's, Rod. Let's see, Mad Cat is on fire. Let's see, Doda says Fat Cat. Doda says, still need to do a reel for my daughter's Mad Cat. Yeah, it's a heavy-duty rod. Yeah, the bait caster or the spinning cat. Doda says, what kind of reel, Doda? Tom says, Doda says caster. Let's see, 6 incredible people in it, 47 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, JR, what's going on? How you doing, JR? JR says, HLW. Dirty says, fool. Dota says, had it been a spinning, I would put the Penn 6500 baitcaster. Really? I know what a pin is. Oh, you mean, okay, I know. I have some saltwater stuff, all pin geared. It's about a saltwater rod. It's one step from being one step down from being a saltwater. And we're catching fish, folks. I'm surprised. I'm up in the trees. We've got a camera literally standing over the top of a tree here. I'm surprised. Let's see, Dirty says, that is awesome, Tom. Yeah, I started reading chat like this actually, folks, because I learned from experience that a lot of us older individuals have a lot of trouble reading the chat. Our eyes are, the screens are very small. So it makes it easier for older individuals and for people that are working, that basically have like the earbud in, the cell phone in their pocket type thing. Like, oh yeah, MBP's got a fish on. I think it helps with people, figuring out and keeping up with what's going on in chat. Let's see, Ben says, peekaboo! Thanks for coming back in, my friend. Let's see, Dota says, I also have the Penn River, too conventional. Tom with the googly eyes. He says, I got the Grandpa Mad Cat and put a Pinot depth finder reel of whatever you call them. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those, man, that's more. It's an expensive sucker. Let's see, dude says I got my grandpa. It says, oh Dodad, I have a pin bore there too. That I use for stripers, bass, and halibut. Then says, the reels I'm getting are like 240. I want to get the Abu Garcia catfish editor and a striper editor, but I'm getting to get to Cast King first. Okay. My most expensive reel is that that Shakespeare, just because it's the size of it. It cost me $50. I've had this bigger rod and reel combo. That's like 20 years old. I've had that thing forever. Closer rod. My small action's a Walmart $10. I think I spent like $65 on my Fluger. Oh, there's a big one. Yeah, right on. You can see that, folks. Yeah, that was a nice fish. Come right to the surface there. Let's see, we got a fish dude. How you doing? And this says, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Hey, we're catching them today. We've got, what is it, 2 nice sturgeon, a small blue cat, and a nice big old drum. What was I in chat here? Off the screen there. See that empty tie casting dirty 3030. Let's see, we got Dude says hi. Dirty says I might have it, bro. Dodie says magnesium and titanium spool. Cindy says hey Doda. Hard to rod bounce. Dirty says, that's awesome, bro. Dirty says, got a fish. Dirty says, SJC. Let's see, Pup. How you doing, my friend? Pup Adventure says, hi, Cindy and Mike. How you doing today, my friend? Let's see, Cindy says, hi, Real. Pup says, hi, Doda. I'm honestly amazed I can keep up with chat sometimes with the way I have to go for the rods on occasions. A little intermission between bites. I might have gotten that one out too far that time. I think I'm starting to get a bait line going, which basically means that every fish that I'm catching has been getting the worms off. When I set the hook, the worm falls off, and that just starts a line of bait in a certain depth. It's one of the reasons why I catch so many fish down here is because I'll dig 100 worms, and I'll use 30 of them up sometimes just to bring the fish to me. I mean, my worms are like Pringles. Can't eat just one. Need like 20. $20, $21, $22, $23. Pup says I'm good. And David, what's going on? How you doing today, David? David says MVP. Cindy says hi, David. Incredible people in. Let's see, 52 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see. Out of Detroit. How you doing out of Detroit? Let's see. Out of Detroit says that's smart about the worms. I tried to do the same up here. It can be a little tricky. It can be expensive if you don't have your own worm beds. I dig them myself, so it's actually a pretty cool little technique. Yep, prices of worms are definitely up, like up in the stratosphere. Dang, you're up by the moon. Now you can deal with store-boughts. One of your best ways to do it with store-boughts is get the little red wigglers. Because you get for $4, I believe you get like 2 dozen. Didn't get a bite that time. But then again, most of my bait is already gone. That explains why I didn't get enough bites. Snickers? Be smart down here, folks. They can tear your bait off so fast you don't even know what's going on. That's why I'm trying to, you hear me stuttering sometimes, folks, because I'm trying to keep my eye on the rods and the chat. That means I got to keep looking up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. They can get your bait off so fast down here. You won't even see a bite. These are just small, like red worms there. I've got a few night crawlers in here. I'm hard pressed to find them. I kind of wasted them yesterday on largemouth bass. I did. I wasted some of them yesterday. I admit it. I caught several pretty good largemouth on them. And how do you catch bass on a night crawler? They don't like it anymore. Well, if you hook them once, cast them out weightless, right where the bass is, 9 times out of 10, that bass can't resist it. Now, if you gob it up on the hook like you would like a catfish or this kind of technique, they won't touch it. But if it looks alive, bass's instinct is to grab it. And when they get a hold of it, it tastes good. So they're happy. actually, they tend to try to swallow it back.
Where the hell am I wrong? I had a place set here. Where'd it go? It's over here. That's not right here. It's right here, I think. Bounce now further down the bank. But I didn't get that set down right this time. I have to recast that. Got the majority of this one off as well. Still a night crawler on there, but they got all the red worms off. Maybe I won't have to. Light. Very light. Probably those sturgeon. One more mop, another one full mop. You don't need that special stuff to be able to catch fish down in the river. Catch fish on wide variety of baits, types and techniques of fishing, rods, reels. You've seen me catch like 20-pound blue cat on a $12 Ozark Trails combo. That's bouncing or is that a bite? Might be bouncing. That's bouncing. Yeah, that one just drifted too far down to the left. Before he stabilized. That was my fault. I was fiddling with it, trying to get it in the right spot. Yeah, now that was me that time. That was me that time. Never know what you're going to catch down here. One day to the next, from 1 hour to the next, things totally change. Another big one sitting on the surface out there. It's okay. Let's see if we can get her in the right place. Not much with getting distance with her. I'm just going to flip her one-handed. That's not right. Let's see if I can get her over here now. And there we are. We got her back. That's set. I forgot. I have to lift that up just for a second to make sure that's not stuck in the bottom. That weight can, 2 ounces of weight when it hits a mucky bottom can stick pretty good. Okay. Let's see what's going on in chat. It says, what river is that? We're down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River today. Down by the Arch in St. Louis.
Milling says, Cindy, so excited for your trip. Let's see, Oak says, any fish yet? Yeah, we've caught 2 sturgeon, a big drum, and a small blue cat. Let's see, Chilling says, next one, Cindy, Northern Ontario fishing trip. I can set you up. Let's see, Johnny Lamb, what's going on? How you doing today, Johnny Lamb? Johnny Lamb says, what's up, MVP? And Hannah, how you doing today, Hannah? Hannah says, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was working on my bookshelf. No worries, my friend, and thank you so much for coming in today. Tom says, hi, Hannah. Let's see, Hannah says, hi, Tom. How are you doing today? Tom says, good. How's the bookshelf? Let's see, Dan says, what I miss? Let's see, we caught 2 nice sturgeon, nice like 3.5 pound freshwater drum, and a baby blue cat. Sienna says, it looks amazing. I was staining. I know how I left it dry. I made it from leftover wood around my house. Hey, that's sometimes one of the best ways of doing it. I made a coffee table that's still, I made that back when I was a teenager. So I'm still using it. And it says, it looks amazing. Let's see, Chilling says, all good here, MVP. Played ice hockey at 9:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. with 50 plus age group. Then played 11 a.m. to 12:30, 19 plus age group. Love playing hockey. Maybe more than fishing, maybe. It's always great to have hobbies, my friend. I didn't get to learn how to ice skate very well because unfortunately in St. Louis you don't have much ice. But I was pretty good on rollerblades. Now, it was actually just roller skates, and then when they come out with rollerblades, I learned how to use rollerblades. It's actually not that much more difficult. Just have to decent balance. And obviously, I'm going to have decent balance. Incredible people in it. 58 thumbs up. Chilling says nice. Come on, fishies. I know you're still here. It's another nice one to hit the surface. That looked like a channel cat about 2 pounds. Not massive, but still a kitty cat. You saw that right in front of us there. Come on, fishies. Don't make me get the dynamite out. That's a joke, folks. I don't have any dynamite here. Says, I don't bank fish anymore. I walk the river, strictly boat fisherman now. But with that comes a lot of work. I've oftentimes thought about getting a boat, but at the same time, there was no way for me to maneuver it. When I was younger, we used to fish out of canoes a lot. Because, you know, you could afford a canoe even back in the day. Even like a poor individual, you could buy a used canoe pretty good. And 2 decent men can transport a canoe. You can tie that to the top of your car, bungee cords. paddles, you can go. My uncle and I used to go up to Merrimack River and paddle up from West Alton. Not West Alton. Not West Alton. I forget the place. That's where they used to have the Chrysler buildings down there. We used to paddle up river and we'd get up about 15, 20 miles and we'd start finding smallmouth. What was West Alton? What was it? I'm getting old, folks. Where was that Chrysler building? Bite in the. Oh, it might be drifting. Yeah, the current just picked up. I thought that was a bite on the close rod. Nah, it's just bouncing. That's in close to the bank too. Sheesh. Usually gets a big spotted bass too, back in those creeks. There's a lot of creeks that run off the Merrimack River. And I usually find like 3-4 pounds spotted bass back in some of the places. That feels better. My throat is a little dry there. Hey, I'm already happy on the day, folks. Now, if I catch anything else, it's just going to be icing on the cake. Of course, I'm going to still keep on trying to catch fish, of course. Until we run out of bait, which will eventually happen if these guys keep hitting like this. Yeah, I saw that far rod go just very lightly move. I think it might be time to go in shallow. I saw me that time. On there. I don't think they like this particularly. I'm having trouble holding out here with smaller weights. But we'll try a smaller weight out here for a bit. Just take a quick re-rigging. Doesn't take too long. I got the weights out already. We're not going to go that much lighter. Go from 2 ounces to about 1 ounce. So we're going to cut that weight level in half. Right over here so we don't lose it. It's much easier to get off your line with the line. Yeah. Still going to be a decent amount of weight, but not quite as much as we had before.
attached. Just gotta put some more bait on her. Little stickers are just tearing the worms up. Okay, come on. Throw that by the bank. I'm still getting bites in here by the bank too, so definitely fishing here as well. Jeez. And there goes that big one again. That one's way out of my range now. I was out in Maine. Rocks. Right to the woods now. Back. That's not quite as much weight. I'm gonna be able to hold his teeth, but we'll be able to hold out there pretty good. Keep going. Still should hold like closest spot of cast. Also get the bites there. Bottom. We are going to put our rods up now. Fishing that smaller weight. Gotta hold just a little bit better. That big one I can set the rod tip up higher. Back to chat here in just a second, folks. Hopefully I can still see that rod back there. Okay, come on. I saw that. Get it. Wherever you are, get off of me. I gotta watch it. Sometimes big ants and stuff will climb underneath your clothing. An ant. Ridiculous. Leaf or IP. Owie, owie, owie type thing. It wasn't a very big ant, luckily. Let's see, that's okay. I missed my spot in chat here. Dang it. Forgot to set my spot.
Oh, Seth, how you doing? How you doing, Seth? Seth says, SJO checking in. Seth said, that's 60th like. Awesome, my friend. Chilling says SJO. Let's see, Hannah says hi. Seth says, hey, Dave. Seth says, hey, Hannah. Hannah says, hi, Seth. Hannah says, how are you doing? Seth says, I'm feeling better. Finally, Hannah. Hannah says, that is good. Awesome to hear you're feeling better, Seth. Serious health issues recently. Yep, I won't get into the medical stuff. Let's see, Dan says hi, Seth. Hannah says, sorry to hear that. Seth says, hey, Dan. Seth says, appreciate it, Hannah. Dan says, I'm cooking bacon barbecue for the family. Awesome, my friend. Hannah says, I know how you feel. I've been in the hospital 5 times this year. I've been in a couple times, but they don't keep me because I'm too healthy, unfortunately. Even when I got an infected eye, it's like, oh, here's just some antibiotics and take Tylenol and ibuprofen and go home. Yeah, we don't care if your eye's all squirting pus. It's fine. Go home. That's some Medicaid for you. Tom says, I am. Let's see. Tom says, hospitals are no joke. Yeah, if they admit you, definitely. Hannah says, okay. Hannah says, that sounds terrible, Seth. Seth says, it's rough. Tom says, do they use antibiotics to fix? Seth says, green for it, Tom. Yeah, I usually don't talk about, like, when someone comes on with medical issues, if I know what's going on until I'm sure it's okay. I try to keep people's privacy. Hannah says, I had an infection in my colon. Tom says, okay, it's getting better. Seth says, okay. Oh, dear, Hannah. That's a tough one, Hannah. Tom says, oh, that's horrible. Seth says, I'm getting better, yes, Tom. Hannah says, it was awful. And says, how is everyone doing today? Doing okay, my friend. I've caught two nice. I don't know again. Caught 2 nice sturgeon, big old freshwater drum, and a small blue cat. I was hitting most of that worm off too. They're smart. I just bounced that rod 2 or 3 times and had most of that bait off. Stickers. I gotta watch the chiggers back here too, folks. I got covered by chiggers the last time I was down here. I got them over there. So I gotta kind of watch where I'm going now. Bite on that one. I see him pop, pop, pop. They're doing that, folks. They're picking it up and just nip, 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 and letting it go. pretty good. Throw a few worms in. Not many, just maybe 4 or 5 little red worms. All right, see what's going on in chat. See 8 incredible people still in and seeing 64 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see, Dan says, hot and sweaty in the kitchen, Hannah. Enough said, Dan. Let's see, Radio, what's going on? How you doing, Radio? Radio says, well, the water looks muddy and high also. Yeah, she's pretty high. 28 feet, I believe it is, down here right now. So we're just 2 feet shy of flood stage. Now, she's on her way down, which hopefully if we don't get any more rain for a while, she'll get back down here. We've caught 2 nice sturgeon so far, a big freshwater drum, and a small blue cat. There's some big ones hitting the surface out here. Not only far out, but in close as well. So we've got a reasonably good chance of getting some bigger ones in here. I've seen several big grass carp hitting in the surface in here shallow. And definitely a couple pound channel catfish bust the surface over here. And there's one that's probably 8 or 10 down there. Says, yeah. Let's see, David says, MBP, any Tara sightings? No. Actually, I haven't seen Tara in a long time. Hope she's okay. Died. If not, oh well. Oh yeah, I did. I actually was smart for once. I bought my extra lighter. Cause I kind of knew that one was gonna go. Yeah, never trust a cheap lighter. Always bring a Bic. See, Arnold asks, how's everyone doing? How are you, Mike Bro? Doing okay, my friend. We've caught 2 nice sturgeon so far. One about a pound, one about 4 pounds. Freshwater drum about 3.5 pounds, and a small blue cat. It's a very comfortable spot up here. Now, not sitting down on rocks right where the rods are, not so comfortable, but down here pretty good. It's 83 degrees right now, folks. So that's not too bad. Especially it's almost July. 12 incredible people still in. And 64 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. He says, such a shame. She always is a very nice woman. Hope we see her again soon. Definitely, my friend. I miss her live streams. I miss her coming in chat. Miss talking to her. Dude, thank you for all those reactions, my friend. It helps out the channel so much. And there goes a all-terrain vehicle back there. That's the best angle I can get over a tree, folks. My usual spot over here on the right way above our sandy bar over there by the bridge. There's 3 people sitting there in that tiny little spot. And they got like 9 rods within about 6 feet of each other. Let's see, Hannah says, it's okay, MBP. Okay, good to know, Hannah. I appreciate it, my friend. Tom says, I gotta go have fun, everyone. All right, thank you for dropping in, Tom. Have a great rest of your day, my friend. And again, thank you. This is actually the spot I should probably have my light action rod down here. If I knew it was like in this exact level, I would probably have brought my my spinning and my my bait caster down here. Let's see, Saul says, fishing is my hobbies. How you doing today, Masal? If you're wondering, we're down here on the mighty muddy Mississippi River. Kind of like my job. I'm pretty much doing this full time now. Oh, there's a gar there. Saw that. Simo Sol says, "Where's your country, brother?" We're down in St. Louis, Missouri, in the good old U.S. of A. I know it kind of looks like we're up in the Amazon rainforest, but this is the big, mighty, muddy Mississippi down by the arch. Two pretty nice sturgeons so far today. 1 pretty good drum and a small blue cat. Still getting some bites, but they've become a little peckish at the moment. That's okay. Peckish is my rods keep pecking and they let go and they got all my bait off. Stinkers. I feed more fish down here on the river than I actually catch. Also, I'm from Indonesia. Awesome, my friend. Glad to have you in today. Hope you enjoy the show. First rod. I don't always just pick. Those could be anything down here. Common species down here are common carp, grass carp, blue cat, flathead channel, buffalo, freshwater drum, sturgeon, I see stripers and skipjack herring. That's just off the top of my head. Got him. I think I got him. I think I actually did catch him. Oh man, that's a little guy. Nope, I got my other line. Crap, how the heck did I do that? That was a bite though. No worries. Shouldn't have got my other line. I got the hook to the hook. That's a rarity. Probably gonna get this
half. Or around the rocks there. So come on, buddy, come on. I'm gonna have to walk that down there. Tough walk. It's amazing you can run a rock like that. Wow. I'm right down by it. Still won't come off. Well, got it. I think I broke the hook off. Crap. So I got the weight back. So I got the weight back, folks. Get one rod back out. We're gonna have to re-rig this one. And I had to break that so far down. Retie the leader too. It can be tough fishing this, folks, in high water. Especially with trees hanging overhead. And she's 28 feet, so she's very close to flood stage, folks. All right, that rod is at least back out. So at least got one rod out here trying to see if we can catch some fish while we get this other rod rigged back up. I wonder what I want to do with this. I'm getting bites with her. It's just hard for us to fish both rods at the same time. Spot. I don't have much leader left, I'm afraid. Really need to retie that. First thing I'm gonna have to do is tie a new leader on. I broke her way down by the hook. Not all the way down, mostly down. Get her a little closer to the bottom this time. We've been fishing off the bottom quite a bit, so let's get her in a little bit closer. At least I know where my hooks are, so it won't take long to get a hook on it. It's got to make a new leader. The little trick about making leaders, folks, if you tie them right and you have your lighter line on your heavier line, all you have to do is switch her around to make a quick leader. Obviously, I would want a lighter leader on this one, but I'm on live stream, so I don't want to waste the time of digging through my bag to get a new leader out of there and do some monofilament and everything. So I'll do it the quick way. Well, you're in another bag. In one of these bags. I thought they were in that bag. These are number 4's bagel eagle claws. You'll see them linked on my some of my short feeds. The exact size, weight, and shape, and everything. That's a new feature YouTube came out recently with, is the ability to tag products on your live streams. Which particular products you're using in a live stream.
Now it can be anything, folks. It just doesn't have to be fishing gear. If you're out and you're walking on your live stream, it can be the drink you're using. It can be the type of cell phone you're using. It can be, you can tag any type of product you want. And if anyone orders that product through your link, you get a percentage of that that buy. It's like 10%, so it's not actually that small of a percentage. Say you got a $60 tripod, right? And you see that link on a live stream, and you order that particular. We'll make it easier, $100. So you would get $10 right from that link, and that particular type of profit, YouTube doesn't take 30% out of. They actually do not take any amount out of that particular type of. I'm not sure if they're going to change that or not, but that's the way it is right now. So I had someone order some of the type of spinnerbaits that I use for bass fishing. One of my links, and I got 10%, and it was already. I think it's because they're not allowed to tax other people's products. I'm not sure if it'll stay that way. It's a new feature, folks. It takes a little work to figure out how to get it to link up right, but it works. I'm not sure if that's still. I don't think that goes up on a regular live stream. I think you have to be monetized. Live stream, long form, short form. Yeah, they've all got that link. Set back out. I want to make sure that this one doesn't get over my other rods. I'm going to reel her in and recast it real quick, and then I get back to that cap. You guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. You're having an awesome Friday. I'll see you again. I hope you got a great weekend planned. The weekend is here, my friends. The weekend is here. Oh, backwards. See, Saul says, you know Indonesia? I don't know Indonesian, but I do know where the country is. A lot of my viewers actually come over from Indonesia. Let's see, Masal. Let's see, Spunky, what's going on? How you doing today, Spunky? Spunky says, hello, Mike. And Footballer. How you doing today, Footballer? Or says MVP. How's it going, man? Doing okay, my friend. We caught 2 nice sturgeon, nice big freshwater drum, and small blue cat. Arnold says, Masal, hey. Let's see, Arnold says, Mike, bro professional. I try. I'm getting better at it. It's like all things. You gotta. I know how to fish. It's just live streaming and fishing at the same time. It can be a little tricky, to say the least. 5 incredible people in still, and 68 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. That wind feels pretty good right now. I wonder if our battery's she's still charged up. Oh. We back in chat here. There's still juice in her, so I think we're good for our cell phone. Let me switch her up. Our tablet's getting a little low. This is down to like 10% low. She's on. That'll keep her charged. Sorry about getting bumped there for a minute. Probably tickle getting the charger wire out of you. Just take some preparation each. Oh, bad joke. That was bad, folks. That was just forget about that one. That one goes in the dumpster. And I thought for sure we were going to start catching a lot of fish down here, but it kind of slowed down. I think something big might have come in here. Yeah, that could explain it. Something big might have come in here. To keep our batteries tablet charged. We were catching them there for a minute. Still getting some bites. It's just it kind of slowed down. Yeah, you guys are right by the rocks down here. Water's edge. That's why you keep hearing the water splash. I like listening to that sort of thing, but especially on a live stream. Very relaxing. Lord knows we need a little relaxation at the end of the day. I don't know about you, but I definitely something quiet to listen to. Calm me, maybe some entertainment purposes. That's why I thought about creating my backup account, turning that into like an audio, video in nature type stream where I could just set her up on the side while I'm fishing over here and create like cool audios for people to listen to. Flavors number 68. How you doing, my friend? Leva says hi. Leva says hi, Arnold. It says doing well. Thanks. Very welcome, my friend. Thanks for coming in and dropping by today. Hope you have an awesome Friday. Honestly, I don't know if Justin will stream today. It depends upon whether or not he has the time after he gets off work. He has been trying to stream during the weekdays because during the weekends he has Gracie. So I hope so. Maybe with the heart emojis and the infinity emoji. That's about 1:47. He usually gets off work about 2:30 or 3. So if he starts it, it'll be after it's a little around 3 or so, 3:34, whenever he can get off and get out to the water. You know, his brown trout spot is quite a distance further away from his house, from where he's staying. So another thing, it just depends upon traffic. He's got to go by the house and get cleaned up, and then he can go out fishing. Miss Daisy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Daisy? Miss Daisy says, "Hey, Mike." Zara, how you doing today, Zara? Zara says hi. Miss Daisy, thank you so much for that. That $2. That's super sticker, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me make sure to get you a heart. And a second thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, Miss Daisy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nora says, popping in your master bath makes your whole bedroom. Yeah, it'll do that. You might want to light a match. Ben says, yeah, dude, you might want to seriously light a match. Let's see, Bass Fishing, what's going on? How you doing, Bass Fishing? Bass Fishing says MVP. Miss Daisy says, have a good weekend, Mike. Have a good weekend too, Miss Daisy. And says, Sarah. Yeah, a good candle, that'll work too. Bass Fishing says, doing good, man. Hope you are as well. We're doing okay. 2 nice sturgeon, a small blue cat, and a pretty nice freshwater drum so far. So we've caught 4 today so far, even in this flooding water down here. What I should Bass Fishing says awesome. Ben says, can I put a link for a product to help their you can if you want. Usually I just open the window, dude. I mean, seriously. Open the window. I got a box of matches right there. It's very, very cheap. Matches cost like 12 cents down in the city, so that's fishy as LOL. Oh boy. Tell you what, let me refresh these rods. I'll be right back, Lucas. Okay, I want That's the one I've been getting bites on all day. They kind of slow down on us. They block. I'm so tired of the rocks this year. I want my standy bar out. Gorgeous little sandbar. Stretches the length of this river all the way down to the bridge down there. The sucker won't be low enough for it to come out. I dig up some brittle worms or something today. They won't stay on the hook a lot of them. Come on off of me today. I dug up some area where there was too many clots around or something. Wrap our line now. I've been that stuff before. Much more now. All those little worms are gone again. Doing that to me today too, folks. I put a night crawler on here to kind of make the red worms look like a bigger gob. I didn't have that many night crawlers, and they eventually they stopped messing with the night crawler, and they just been eating the red worms off of us. Yeah, this one comes in real close. You guys know there's like an 8 or 10 foot drop off right here. Doesn't need to be out that far when you got that deep of water and shallow. Man, that little stinker down there. There's actually a very good spot over here to the right. It's like a top of a chimney, you know, an old style circular chimney. Half of it, anyways. That's over to the left. About 4 feet past this tip of this, tree out there, and about 3 feet out from them. Let's see, clean up first, then use some smelly good products. Well, that goes without saying. It says, Zara, get the products called Poopery. Oh boy, that was a bad joke. Let's see, Bass says, soap and water. Soap and more water. And maybe some turpentine. Let's see, World Tour. How you doing, World Tour? World Tour says, all the best for fishing. World Tour says, hi, hosts and friends. How you doing today, my friend? 12 incredible people in and 72 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I hope you're enjoying the show, and I hope you're having a great Friday. And we've got some driftwood floating by. Huh. Interesting. I wonder where that came from. Haven't had much driftwood down here today. As long as it misses my rods, I'm happy. Roll through says, alright, I got you. And with some friends. Let me right here, make sure. Okay. Yeah, I can. There we go. I could send a hi on my backup channel. What? Water sticker. I think I got him. Nah, he's got the snag. Thank you. That's a pretty good bite, though. Man. Rock. Might have been a flatter or something stuck its head in a rock. That come off way too easily. Be like super snag. Pretty good bite. I don't know why I missed him. I had to set the hook sideways because there's a tree over my head. Like something's dipping on that one now. Bounces big rod, it usually has to be a decent fish. Three down. Straight down the bottom. Alright, that's there. It is only about maybe 7-8 feet deep over there. It gets shallower as you go into this cove. Well, that's something, folks, too. You guys don't realize this. This river can take it out of you. Even with someone as bendy as I am, you can still be work and a half going up and down these shorelines. Let's see, Northern, what's going on? How you doing today, Northern? Northern says hello, Mike. Hi, Northern. That's hi twice because that's my backup account. I try to keep her in chat at least once a day. I don't know if it helps or not. But these are two different IP addresses, so I do know YouTube picks up on the fact if you're using the that was a stick. Never mind. And that's gonna hit my other rod. No, she missed it. Okay, never mind. I thought that was a bite on that one. That was the stick went by. Now that's not. Where is it? Yeah, it was. Really? What the heck? I don't know whether that was that stick will fire or not. Maybe I should have let it hit it a little bit longer. It's the only way to cast in this spot is to crouch down so that you can get a decent cast overhand. I can just about cast that far underhand, but it has to do more with the weight than the actual spot. I don't have much weight on there. Got like a half ounce, quarter of an ounce, relatively small. Right. Got it, folks. I got that one. It's on. What is that? Like, whatever it is. That's another sturgeon. Another nice one. That's another couple pound sturgeon, folks. That's another nice sturgeon, folks. Oh, like solid 3.5, 4 pound sturgeon. Oh, you guys are dangerous today. I've already opened up my hand a couple times already. Ow, 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 ow. Man, these guys are mean. The only way to get them is right there. And twist them around, grab them right behind the things right there. All right, folks. There we go. Yeah. We don't like this. Ow, 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 ow. Sheesh. And they got razor blades on the sides of their bodies, folks. Solid armor. Well, that's our third sturgeon today. 3 sturgeon. Let's see, nice big old drum and a small blue cat. Awesome fish, folks. Yeah, that's definitely about 4 pounds there. These are some bigger guys than I'm usually get down here. Check him in here close, folks. Look where his mouth is. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Look at the razor blades on the sides of his body. It's like each one of those has got a razor tip edge to it. So you can imagine how much damage this fish can do if I didn't have a proper grip in him, and why I've let one or two of these go rather than get my hand sliced open. Gorgeous fish, my friends. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm back in the water. He was ready to go. He landed 100% in the water. So, yeah, see that? That's just a little nick. I've been hit about 8 or 9 times by them guys today already. Hey, we're still catching fish, my friends. Hey, that's 5 potential short beats now. Woohoo! Because you know what? Every one of my short beats, if I get 700 or 800 views on them, they make me about $2. $1.50, something like that. That's the reason why I've been pushing more short feeds out recently than I have in the past. And why I've been digging into some of our unused content. By unused content, I mean live feeds that catches that I haven't actually ever made a short on. That very few people have probably ever seen it. I promise folks that when I create a short feed, I guarantee you that that short has never been seen on short. You guys know how many catches I get. I don't have to show the same fish 20 times. I know people don't like that. I don't like it. Now, if it's a fish of a lifetime, can totally understand you putting that short feed up a couple times. And it's been a year or so since you put up a particular catch that you're proud of. Can totally understand you putting it out there again. But there are particular individuals, I won't say any names, that keep putting the same short feed out for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. I won't name any names. Now there is an action, folks, where you can reuse a particular short feed. If it didn't do very good, you can put that back out there. Totally understand that as well. If you get a good short feed and it does really good, you want to put it back out there again, make a few extra dollars. Again, totally can understand it. But there are some people that just use their content way too much. Well, make some more, dadgummit. It ain't that difficult. If MBP can come out here and make content, you can. Jeez, I got tiny little store-bought wormies. I got an incredible reel that was donated by Dirty 30. And the rest of my gear is 20 years old. Except for my Ozark Trails reel. That's actually relatively new. Alright, back out. Hey, we're still catching fish, folks. MBP would not stay in if he wasn't catching, or have the potential to catch something for you guys. That's a solemn oath, folks. I will never do a live stream and not have at least the potential to catch something. See, 8 incredible people in, let's see, and 72 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. Yep, that little stinker got me again. I've got like 9 cuts on my hands today from the little suckers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on my right hand. And 3 on my left hand, so 8. And they don't make super deep cuts. It's just like little, the same kind of cut that you would get if you bumped up briar bush or something. They stop bleeding almost instantly. Those sides are so razor sharp. It's not like when you get finned by a catfish or something that slices your fingers open. These guys are just, all you have to do is push down on it for a second, it stops. It stings, but it stops. Honestly, the best thing for that is salt water, which I know is, woo, stupid, but actually salt water's got it's what I use to disinfect my hands when I don't have like alcohol or something, hand sanitizers. Heavy salt water, chlorinated, of course, chlorinated heavy salt water. It stings if you get in any open wounds, but it'll sterilize your hands pretty good. That's what you wash your mouth out with salt water. Clean your mouth out. Works the same as on your hands. I think it does better too because it kind of softens up my hands. Because I'm down here on the river so much, my hands start getting super tough and leathery from this river. Bite on the car rod again. Oh, you little stinker. It's a second behind him. Just a second behind him, my folks. I'm always putting too much soil in them here, so I have to spend the time to keep the suckers out. And I wasn't hitting like a sturgeon. I was pecking very, very hard. I think I might add another drum or grass. Common carp, yeah, it's kind of common. Why I missed that one? Set the hook right when he was pecking on it. If I got a spot now, the drift right here, sits right here. There's a little sandy spot right here between several rocks. I think there are some sturgeon and some drum and other species that are set right behind like little chunk boulders down here. Behind this little sandy spot. Never knowing though, there could be like a 30-pound blue cat sitting right there. Well, I'm gonna get in trouble. I ain't got that big of a hook on. I'm gonna have to get my drag setting. If I get one that's too big, she's gonna bend that hook out on me. Alright, back hooks. Oh, yeah, that's slow if you keep walking over the top, up and down these trees. Hannah says hi, Northern. 12 incredible people in and 73 thumbs up. So far, we've got 4 nice fresh, 4 nice sturgeon. Let's see, 3 or 4. Yeah, I believe it's crap. 1, 2, no, 3 nice sturgeon. A nice freshwater drum, and a small blue cat. This is a Northern, this is a Michael. This is Hey World Tour. And we're still getting bites too. I just missed one a second ago. Sure, I might have gotten, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Come on, I got one. Bad memory, folks. Seth says, hey, Ben. Seth says, hey, bass fishing. The last one was really popular. I just missed it. So I'm actually on the most comfortable spot down here. It just doesn't have a very good view. All I can see is my rods and about 2 feet of the water to the left or to the right. You guys got the best view. You can see all the way down that river. Zip, the 17 likes. 9 people in and 74 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. I honestly don't get that many likes. I don't know why. I guess people don't like the positivity. As long as my friends and family come in, I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Yeah, that drifted too far down that time. I have to read Jasper here. Yeah, the numbers are always a little bit higher on a live stream on the well, higher or lower on the live streams. The owner of the particular live stream, the host, than what you see. So it's usually a few more or a few less. Actually, you don't like one more or less, but it can differ. It can differentiate. Yeah, hopefully I'm not going to get bit by any more chiggers. The last time I was down here, I got the whole left side of me covered by chigger bites. But man, them little stinkers itch. Woohoo! That's why I get paid the big nickels, folks, to come down here and brave the elements and the snakes and the bugs and the heat, the cold, so you guys can sit home and enjoy the show. Nuts? I guess I am, folks. I think that one drifted down a little too far. Actually, it doesn't look like it drifted far enough down. That stopped halfway down there. Hit the surface out there. That's way out there again. Way beyond my range of casting. I need a rifle to hit where that fish hit. That was like halfway in the middle of the river. Halfway across into Illinois. Seriously, I could barely see where that fish hit. Like way out there. I heard it. I waited. I think it was one ear.
One good ear and one good ear and one half eye. My left eye, I'm pretty much blind. My right eye, I can okay see out of it, but it's going to. It's going to. I'm making good, folks. How long we've been in? Seems like a long time. I'm not sure. You can lose track of time while you're down here, folks. Even the host can lose track of time. Good, googly. All right. Johnny Lamb says, hey, Seth. Seth says, hey, Johnny. Come on, one more for you guys. I know they're out here. I just got to be patient with them. The green goblin down there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any chiggers down here today, luckily. They got me the other day, though. I'm not sure if you guys have ever come across chiggers. A lot of people haven't. They're little tiny red, like spider-like insects. I'm not sure if they even bite you or not. What they do is they'll cause like an allergic reaction in your skin. And does that itch? Hannah says hello again, Seth. Big fish out there in the middle of the river. I was on the other side of that tree. I couldn't see it. Heard it though. Seth says, hey, Hannah. Incredible people on it, seeing 77 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. He says, I'm glad to be back again. Had to get coffee brewing. Sounds like a pretty good use of your time, Seth. Always good to keep a good pot of coffee going. Especially when you've been sick for a while, that extra caffeine, a little coffee, cream, sugar, get your immune system going again.
on, fishies, one more. Stinkers. They're not gonna cooperate, are they? It says, I like classic Folgers roast. Very good. That's pretty much what I drink. I'll sometimes go to Maxwell, but it does have kind of a like an extra metallic flavor to it. I just usually Maxwell is what I go for if I don't have the money for, like I'm getting in bulk, right? And I don't have the money for the Folgers. I'll grab a container of Maxwell. I drink a lot of coffee, Seth. I drink coffee till about noon. Switch over to soda for a couple hours, and then right when I get back home, no matter if it's 110 degrees outside, guess what? I'm going for a hot cup of coffee. Yeah, don't much care for the dark roast. It's got a kind of a dirty flavor to it. And all those like French vanilla flavor, hazelnut flavor, yeah, you can keep. I like to keep my flavors like I want French vanilla, I'll add French vanilla. I'm not great on the instant coffee either. I'm okay with it, but I'll go for any type of other coffee brewed before I go for instant. Oh, got your beat, buddy, big time. You know those coffee, Mr. Coffee? Yeah, I fill that up about 4 times a day. Twice in the mornings and twice in the late at night. Part of having like the mental stuff, you know, the psych problems that I have, that coffee will not only wake me up, it'll take me right back down too. So that way I can relax later on in the evenings. It is a natural mood stabilizer, so it's like chocolate. A lot better and safer for you than the psych medications as well. Now, I do take my psych medications and I take it religiously, but instead of going for the other psych medications, ones that I'm supposed to take very, very sparingly, I'll go for a cup of coffee instead. Dirty says, free likes from the dirty. Awesome, my friend. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Hope you're having an awesome day, Dirty. I believe we caught 4 sturgeon today so far. 3 of them were very nice size, 3.5, 4 pounds. And 1 big freshwater drum and a small blue cat. So 5 fish on the feed. Seth says, hey, Dirty. Dirty says, hey, Seth. I think we're probably pushing over the 3-hour mark, folks. I was hoping to get another fish on for you guys, but it doesn't look like these guys are going to cooperate. They do kind of slow down as the evening goes. The bigger blue cat and stuff move in. I was hoping to get just one more on for you guys. 12 people on it, 79 thumbs up. Yeah, there's some big fish hitting the surface out here. Just getting them to hit, especially in this super high water. There's just so much area for them to go. I don't see this rod. Right by the bank. Oh, you little stinker, man. I'm still getting bites down here. Look at the little suckers to be tricky. Maybe we'll try one more cast. Maybe we'll try one more on here. Should have enough bait for one more cast. Hopefully. Well, that last one got all the worms off too. He's going. Got away on me. When I've stocked more worms in this little place than I've ever used. They're stuck in the bottom. I know I stepped on my lid. That's why my lid's cracked. Nice one just hit the surface right there. Right underneath that tree. Like a little town cat. Bottom. Got one more cast out of this. Little baby gar. That gar was about that big. Looked like a pinfish, but it wasn't. If you don't know what a pinfish is, it's a fish that looks exactly like a gar, except it only gets about an inch and a half, 2 inches long. having 3 channels, I go and I give you 3 likes and 3 subs. Awesome, my friend Dirty says, that's awesome, bro. That Mad Cat's putting into work today. That says, awesome, Dirty. And that says, I will see everyone maybe tomorrow. All right, Anna, thank you for coming in, and have a great rest of your night, my friend, or evening. She says, take care, Hannah. 7 incredible people still in, and seeing 80 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, I think we're going to give her one more cast down here. Sure would like to get one more on for you guys before I shut her down this evening. See all those little fish right by the bank? Those are little baby gar running right across the surface of the water. It gets a little lower, we can fish that granary. But then the next day or two, it should get low enough to actually fish that granary again. Because the prediction is a foot of dropping water a day. Well, popping that sucker, wasn't he? That was that close rod, popping it pretty hard. Pop, 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 pop. I was going to go for it, and then he just let go. Okay, not bad. 5 fish on the feed. I've had worse days down here, and we got some unique species today. Got drum, blue cat, and sturgeon. You never know what you're going to catch down here. Like one day I'm down here, catch flathead, carp. Let's get it. Somebody else think hit it. Pop. I felt it pull. Very, very lightly. I was feeling a pulling on it. Boy. I lift that rod, I felt him go, very, very, very lightly, but still missed him. Why I missed that one? I set the hook right on the pole. Suppose they might just be grabbing onto the end of the worm. They usually don't. Even the sturgeon usually don't grab onto the end of the worm. They'll mouth it once or twice, and then they'll just suck it in. Well, let me sit on this rod for a minute and see if I can put this fish. If I can get to her before she feels that rod, maybe I can. I don't know why it's just kept hitting on it. Go. should have my ultra light, my little light action one over here doing this. Much harder to hook these guys with bigger rods. Very lightly pecking on it. I saw that. Don't thinking about it. Snake down there. Alright, folks, I think I'm going to give it up. Still got a little work to do around the house. I got to get back home and do some stuff. And it says hi. 7 incredible people on and seeing 80 thumbs up still. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. I'm sorry I couldn't get another one on for you guys. But I think we did a heck of a live stream today. Especially considering the conditions we've got down here right now. Flooding water up into the trees like this. Gonna be hard pressed to get anything to catch anything. And when we caught 5 today. Let's see, Flynn, how you doing, Flynn? Flynn says hello. Says hey Hannah. Says hey Hannah. Flynn says what are we fishing for? Let's see, we're fishing for pretty much anything we'll bite. We've got worms on both rods. We've caught 4 nice sturgeon today. A nice big old freshwater drum and a small blue cat. Yeah, we're going to be ending the stream today. We've been in about 3.5 hours. And these bites have pretty much calmed down. I am getting a few nibbles still, but they're not really. Yeah, they kind of slacked off. So instead of keeping you guys busy this entire time, I'll let you guys go scroll on to another lot. There's another bite. He's still hitting it. No. Might have got it. Well, hey. No. Not on there. See, they're just giving those little peck bites right now, folks. They're hard, very hard to hook. Tough to get them to hook them when they won't pull the rods. They're just, I mean, I've hooked a few of them doing that today, but not easy when they won't hit that rod fully. All right, folks, let's shut her down. Again, appreciate you guys coming in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Sweet, what state are you fishing in? This is St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, we're down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River, down by the arch. Flint says, I live in Minnesota.
We have good fishing. Definitely, my friend. We have some big blues and catfish that live in this big old river here. That's a granary if you can see it across the river over there. We're up in the trees, so we're flooded up. Let's see. Says Nashville, Tennessee for me. All right. I think we're going to shut her down, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. 8 incredible people still in and seeing 81 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. I'm just going to add my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Yeah. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one, my friends. Appreciate it. Thank you.